So let's first do an example. So these, we just derived the equations of motion. Now, whenever we do any problems for any equations, we always see which variable is given and which is not. And based on that, we can choose which equations to use.
So ngasuge nyamtsin data gangla ya kana sta ko drive chi tang sene ko chetang kana ro chi me tang asu gangla ten yu swa ani ta de gane ngasu la ya ne tanda ta de tang de yo shu ge ko tsi ja ya ti da ten gre sta tsi ja ti da te wi kaps ani ngasuge tsi ja ge kaps nyamtsi kange chi pe che tang go yu na me na se ti la ya sam tang wi kaps tang bo 아니 냠다 드와티나 라이 카리 치스테샤 카리 치스테메도 티 하쿠이 가네 티라 시샤 데다 네 마수 냠츠테 담고요레스.
So like in the first equation, we have final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration, and time. So displacement is not there. So if this is one example. If you don't have displacement, you just need to calculate any one of these variables. Just use this equation. Similarly for the rest.
다 당보들에 따바이바나 가서 당보들나 카리 쿠트치샤스나 타미기 뉴체치 토미기 뉴체치 네 뉴런치 추즈데테샤도와 디그나나야 가서게 데테요마와 장타타야나 네포테테메도와 데게티 조아치나라야 네포탄도와 메추치 아니 단다기 디타탄도 요추게 쿠트치요 바나 데토 쿠트치요 바나 아니 저런 그 냠스디 베제타다다 아니 츠자구요레스 데 나싱게네 월라요 피게 니 셰다티 타양 단다티 나제 코시샤데타 아니 체 베제탄구요레스.
So now we are going to do some physics problems, and I want you to start from the start, like what is given, what needs to be calculated, and which formula should we apply, and then we will go from there. So
다다데레 조아치트샤요스 조아데 제주게 당보데로와 츠샤비 값을 대라야 아니 카리치 쿠트치샤스 카리치 체구도 스타틴샤 당보 지그로와다 쇼가 지누고 제라 닌디스지가라야 이 냠스 카리 페치 당고사레스 데 아니 투스 타체구요레스.
So the first problem is an object is traveling at 5 meter per second and accelerates at 3 meter per second square for 10 seconds. What is the final velocity? So the object is traveling at some speed given, accelerates at some acceleration for some time. I'm not going to give you the answers now. So you have to find the final velocity of that object.
한당아서 조아 당보데라 타바이나 되게 조아데 카리치샤스나 유보치로와 유보치 아니 토마 고다 유보치 뉴체 카처리나 미터가 추가네 아니 두고요레 스와 아니 두고요 바티 아니 카처 띠인티 카처 추그링라야 아니 고 뉴노 아니 고 카처 란주토마 미터 수요페 가네 뉴노 제바레 스콜레 뉴노 테오레스 다틴스 담발라야 조안디나네 체데 카처고레스나 유보티게 타마게 뉴체 카처레샤스.
So I want you to solve this and let me know. Each table has to give me the answer this time.
다시 저거 쓰자로지 스니스 잠누게 제라야 아니 도스레레응원에 아니 냠도 와 도스레레응원에 아니 랭가 소시라메도 코트치고이스. Wanna give them 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, karma
comes into action. He's not there probably.
No,
that's
karma
okay.
means minute.
11:05. So we will give 5 minutes. So
yes.
Well, Canada time 11:05. So 11:10. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
No. Tingin la taya la angi de sugar. Neju de sugar.
Five meters per second.
5 meter per second.
Double 5
meter per second.
acceleration. You know.
S equal meter per second square level. Yen di ni ji kwa cha. De la angi ni de ge chim. Digi ko jogo yin ba chang. You know yin ba.
VF this is.
Nga zu bena ring do ji she na kilometer jaw da wall ji martina sum de gari me ching ma. Dai kiran de zu dige dwa. Ta ne zu di na la se go ya de gari de sana dirwa. Ame nyu te vi panel la. Ta di ne zu cha san duwe di na. De da ta that the to we find that is on that you are dini juti ed kare sum rwa une o che rwa oh yeah
That's
that equal that juti ngene jago yinda sum ju na sum ju tamba tanga ma pamna di na dom sum ju tamba da tama di ka oh de ale sum ju songa de kare de you know re future oh de ya ina you say ina inji miji karja chigla meter sum ju songa de udo lai
Raza.
Jada di karja ne segure ko di la inji miji ne la ya ne ju kare te ne tama chiguro ane dine kare khawa ta kale chego kale ma rigwa ta so di kare sene bigi na la ne ju kare te yume jora ti sebu shuglo go ne ju kare do dige na la jo yo wa dige ho
Yada ni sabzi di ko
so de
da chung ma ki ne. Anga ru kari ti yonjan ro. Ede ranja jirwa. Ti yonjan ro. Mo tutti kare. Mo de ro. Ma ti tutti ro. Mo se gua kare. Se gua de you know kare ama de. Coming is gela dito gela VF dito kame ni to che de mo da ale da sunchi songa VF le VF 어디 체 어디 아무도 체 라고 있어 어디 나왔다 들어와 나한테 막 지원님한테 맞다 야 담보도 있어 이렇게 담보 들어와 이제 담보 되게 알아 나도 그거
a car start from rest has uniform acceleration.
Okay,
Find the
so
speed,
5 minutes is up.
Karma zo song sa.
Karma is gone. He disappeared.
Oh, karma means minute in Tibetan. Not
Oh, okay.
karma. Not karma. Karma.
Not okay. In Hindi, it's just the same thing, right? Karma or karma. It means whatever you do. So
Not
minute.
karma. Is it karma? A little bit different.
Yes.
진짜直接插水, 도장 나水.
사소.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to pick a table and they have to show me or let me know what is the answer they are getting. How about table number 3? I don't know how you name this table, like number these tables, but table number 3.
हेलो मैडम
Yep.
ओ हम लोग को नंबर ये मिला है
हाँ हाँ नहीं बोलो हिंदी में बोलो मेरे को समझ आती
अच्छा
है
मैं हिंदी में थोड़ा कोशिश
हाँ
करता हूँ फिर
हाँ बोलो
35 मीटर पर सेकेंड
35 मीटर पर सेकेंड
यस
दूसरे
दिस इज
दूसरे दूसरे
वी
टेबल वालों
फाइनल में
सभी टेबल दूसरे टेबल वालों को भी 35 आ रहा है कि नहीं
अच्छा वो तो मालूम नहीं
Table 5 also same.
आपका आंसर सही है so it's 35 meter per second is the final velocity क्या दूसरे टेबल वालों का भी well other tables they are getting 35
हम
meter
लोगों
per
को
second
मिल गया 35 मीटर पर सेकेंड
आप लोग भी है ठीक है फिर ये भी सही है how about the other tables table 1 2
现在上班了，什么时候我拉上一下？도장.
Rason.
Yes.
Table 6 God, 7 God, 2 God, 1 God.
perfect so I don't have to do it on the board
35 meter per second.
सबको 35 आ रहा है
ना सबको
Yes.
सबको
Perfect. सबको
Yeah,
आ गया
everybody got it. Everybody got it.
okay good so I don't have to do this on the board then let's go
No.
to the next problem
Yes. Next.
good so your time starts now can you see the slides a car starts from rest and has a uniform acceleration of 2 meters per second square. Find the speed of the car after 1 minute. So I want you to understand the question. It's also written in Tibetan. If you want me to translate in Hindi, I can, but find the answer. 5 minutes will be given.
랑코치 tampo gumege ni kamni ane ko gunguchu pares wa guchu pares guchu chi koge nyono ka chore sena nyone ke che ranju tong la ya meter ni yores ta chi chu se go de kare che go yores sena karma chi ki jila ne langkor te ge wa ane jokse ka chore es
강기 대가랑 비슷한 데.
같이 나가랑 비슷한. VI 0.
Time the way did the minute did the 60 minute did the time the second minute did the convert to the
meter per second
acceleration khateri do
120
When did we start, Tava? Did you know what the time? That's okay. Let's say 11:13, right? So
yeah
아니 20으로 문제가 되는 한데 먼저 뒤된 거다 아 뒤다네 자다 니슈래 자다 이슈 yes 120
because it's a minute we have to convert it to second
minute lana second to zero
second
oh yes 자다 니슈
because it's given in the minute we have to convert it to
they
second
say minute so need to be 60 seconds
second we have to convert it to second yeah
Okay, is the time up?
Yeah.
Well,
You want to use card for this?
yes, if they have card.
Yeah, they have. They have.
Okay, perfect. Which card do they get? Like table number, I will tell that. Okay, table number 2. What is your answer?
Table number 2.
मुझे पता नहीं आप कैसे
Table
table.
number 2 is showing blue.
Okay, table number 2 का blue है. Table number 3.
See, they are saying yellow. They are
Okay.
showing yellow. And
Two
one of them
ka-
are
Table number 2 gets blue. Table number 3 gets yellow. Table number 4.
you can ask them together. I'll just let you know.
Sorry.
You can ask them, like all of them together. I'll let you know, like, what they have.
Okay.
Yeah. Shazan kya tha? Shazan, table number giva. Table number 5 has yellow. Table number
Okay.
1, 2, and 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. They have blue. They
Okay.
have blue. And table number 3 and 5 has yellow. Table number 8. Table number 8 is yellow.
Okay. Okay. So, 3, 4, 5. Table number 3, 5, and 8. How are you getting yellow?
다치수 숨바 당 나와다 제바 치출라야 서부 간다스라송 서부라는 니르도 니데 간다스라송사
अच्छा I will try to speak in Hindi, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Okay. पहले में D में ना इक्वल टू A इंटू T में इंटू करना है ना इसके बाद में 2 मीटर पर स्क्वायर इंटू 1 मीटर 1 मिनट यस 1 मिनट एंड बाद में 2 इंटू 1 इक्वल टू 2 मीटर
नहीं गलत है. Okay, मैं बताती हूँ कैसे करना है. क्या दिया हुआ है हमें दिया क्या. I'm speaking in Hindi. If you don't understand, please interrupt me. So हमें car starts from rest. उसकी शुरुआत की इनिशियल वेलोसिटी कितनी थी. टेबल नंबर 3 जो भी बोल रहे थे अभी 0 थी. एक्सेलरेशन कितना था.
जैसे छामागे हिंदी सिंगे रो हिंदी मशीन इतना यो है या Yeah.
Yeah, there are few who don't understand Hindi.
Okay, so what do you want me to use?
Listen
Hindi.
to.
English Tibetan translation, I think that's better.
Okay.
Maybe Radhaola.
So,
Yeah, because I don't know Hindi as well. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
speak Hindi, then
Okay,
You
so
need to translate that into English as well, sir. Yeah.
okay, so A equals to 2 meter per second square, and find the speed of the car after 1 minute. T equals to 1 minute. So VF we have to find. This is all is given to us.
Tadana nga so techula ta pa ne thumi gi nyursete le korche ani nyurnante ani ni cherwa ani tisoti kamachiki jela kaso je segorwa kamachiki re dwa tanda nga so tsego ya de thami gi nyursete tsego yorwa.
Isko VF भी ले सक oh sorry we can even take it as V or VF. So what is VI here? 0 plus A is 2, time is minutes, A is second. You have to convert minutes into seconds. In 1 minute, how many seconds are there?
Tadana de dusta ba nga so ge thami gi nyursete tsego yorwa thami gi nyursete tsela ya thami gi nyursete ka songore sena thumi gi nyursete ga ani ATT la jurchi domba tan songo yorwa ne thumi gi nyursete le korche nyurnanti ni cherwa ena ya ku ge zishi la ta ba imba na nyurnanti la ya meter ta karcha te sha do wa karcha ran jitona meter wa ne tiseti karcha re gum do wa tisote ba de karma chik tre do wa minute chik tre do wa karma chik tre ba imba na nga su de ka zishi ti jijir zu de zishi chik ba zu go yores zishi chik ba zu la ya karma chik na karcha ka se yores
1 minute is how many seconds?
karma chik na karcha ka se yores
How much karma?
I think they're muted. The six.
Oh, maybe they're frozen.
No. Yeah, they're not frozen. They are usually when we talk, they're just usually they're muted.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they are muted. I think they don't know. Should we let Tasan know or?
Who is somebody?
60.
Yes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So now I can put, instead of putting 1, I can put 60. This is the right answer.
The Tamadanga Sugi, Dela ya Nunanti Nirwa, to say Karma Chichi, Karma Sita Karsa Tuchit and Songoyarwa, Karsa Tuchu Jurbaina, needed to Jurbaina, Jadan Yustamba, Stambalaya, Tamagi, Yuseta Kasres, Nakarsa Renatle, and Major Jatan Yustamba do you city res.
So is this clear to everyone?
Then they say which house on Esa.
Oh, yes.
Table number 3, is this clear? Okay, perfect. Now let's move on to the next problem. A ball is dropped from the top of a building. You know how Oscar was dropping a ball yesterday, the same kind of question. And the ball hits the ground in 6 seconds. What is the height of that building from where he was standing?
That and the Joa data by Bana Roa, Joa de any not so the Michikero. Kampage Tosa gets in it or Kampage Tosa gets it on any Polo Chimankore. Fonda Chibares, the humor, the Fonda Chibares, any Polote, any Kercha Tuganalaya, Puluti Saganamas Sabaris, the Yokosayo, Rasajigana, or Grand, Sagana Sabaris. I should so Joatic Ares, and they cancel the Tosegatsores.
5 minutes time starts now.
Kamanga is Kamanga than the goods with Sabains, Jaro Chisons.
Acceleration 9.8 raw. Gravity raw, gravity 10 raw.
Yeah, take gravity to be 10. Okay, are we done?
Some are still doing.
Okay. 1 more minute.
I think most are done.
Okay. What is their answer?
Yeah, let's ask them to raise this one
Okay.
number.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Group 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 are saying green.
Green, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
7 and 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 are green. How about table 1 and 6?
Table 1, they are saying green now. Table
No.
6 is yet to done, I guess.
Okay.
The
We will
table
wait.
6, there is a one who is saying it's red.
Okay.
Oh, he's saying yellow. No, he's saying yellow now.
Okay. Interesting.
Table number 6 is yellow, I guess.
So only table number 6, it's saying yellow.
No, now he changed it to green.
Okay. So everyone is getting green.
Yes.
So that's good. That is the right answer. 180 meters.
The Taranjaris, that's how Mala Tanda Lenti Jankuti Tank the one meter at the Jetus at the Tank was landed Taranjaris.
Okay, let's do another one. I'm giving you lots of problems now. And at some point, I have to switch to Newton's first law of motion. Should we start?
Which, yes, go ahead. Which?
So a race car's velocity increases. A car's velocity increases from 4 to 36 over a 4-second time. What is its acceleration? So you have to find the acceleration in the first case. Then the race car, the same car, which was in question 1, now it slows down from 36 to 15 in 3 seconds, over 3 seconds. Now what will be the acceleration? And how far did the car travel in both these problems? Just all combined.
That understood draw some chat the draw chambuchik and a coach Hashamando assembly that the Lord Nata in the Yata Chinia at the Tambo de Teresha. That you send render Chinigra, Nundangalan Kursi and Eco again, Nundangi, you send render Chinigalon Kursi and the Tambo de Laya, Kercha, Shiganalaya, Cooking your sete, and a Kercha in a meter, Shirin, do ane. Kercha meter so to do achilaya pararis. Right. Draw tampo de nala. Niti cup de laya. Any muda de you know got sorry goes to a chichera tampo de la. Kercha signalaya and in Jose de Shin is so to la paragoa. But the capsule you know got sorry shas to a chicha. That draw anybody got resana. That draw tampo muda taranja redra. Yunde lanko taranja. And you go. Kercha Sumganalaya, and you could Jose de Kercha meters so true to ane, and meter Chungala Druila, that chimbares, Chitala chimbares, Chitala chimbares. That day capsa and a cook you know gatsores. Chicher, what trying patacha, and they draw somebody garlana, and they draw tampota you and Nisha Yam to Cheba in Bina, ne Loncote Janta Katso, Chila Drujishas, draw somebody. You want to give them how many minutes? Like about 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes for this one.
Okay. At the draw tampo in your Simba Simjats Jaya Karma Chu is Nikama Chuna Java cheese.
Let me know, Dava, when 10 minutes are up. Didn't track the time.
Seventy-one point five.
71.5 for which one?
71.5 meters. Second distance. Fraction on two. Decimal. Decimal on two. Yes. God, 153. You need 76.
Okay, so what's the answer for problem 1? What is the acceleration?
tampo tela ka chale sa sa draw tampo tela ya ne ko ge nyunong ka chale sha sa
8 meter per second.
Per second square.
Square.
8 meter per second square.
Is everyone getting this? Every group is getting this answer?
Chazana ge rasves. 8 meter per second square.
8 meter per second.
Square.
Okay, so how about the second one?
nya te ka chora so sa
Minus 7.
Minus 7 meter per second
Minus
square.
7 meter per second square.
How about the first part of question 3?
draw samba ge chashi tampo tela ya ka chora so sa jang tha
80 meter inside.
How about the second part?
nya te ka chora so sa
76.3.
Sorry?
76.3. 5. 76.5.
So I'm not going to say it's right or wrong now, but is everyone getting this, or some groups are getting different answers?
There is a different answer.
68.
For what? Which one is 68?
Number 3A.
3A is 68. And 2, what do you get for 2 then?
4.5.
And these two are the same for your group?
che che
Yes,
de ta
these
gang
are
ge
same.
che chi pa le so sa yeah yes
So who is getting this answer and who is getting these answers?
de la le man ro ani chi te so wa ta yun shu cha ge de la ti chi pa chi chang le ra ni su su yes ne ye shu cha ge te yang chi pa chi ra ni su su yes le
Which one would you say is the right one?
do de ka answer is chi tu ta na
Shall I ask with the table wise?
Yeah, you can ask. Which one they agree with?
Table 1 na kadaras. Table 1 kandire. Table 1 got a different one.
Table 1 got different than these? Okay.
yes 96 and 66
So 96 and 66, okay. How about
So
other tables?
Table 2 got the first one. And
Okay.
Table 3, they are confused. Table 4, Table 4, they are confused. Table 5, Table 5 lakaras. Table 5 kandirar. Still discussing table 6. Table 6 got the first one, 80 and 76.5.
Okay.
Table 7. Table 7. Table 7 is like 68 and 4.5. Table 8. Table 8 got 80 and 76.5. For the second part, second part, they got 51.
Okay. 51. So the right, I think most of them, everyone is getting this and this. The only problem is with this and this, right?
The time the tampo dan yo ni chata peche chamala ran was it chizo ka simbata shiba ni chata no kange peche tong na ha ku mi de de chizo la ya tampo nyo de ra sa je ta tong ma de ra sa
Ras tambo the nibani ras.
당분이 차단을 찍어라.
Somebody formula phi chedan
Right?
Yes,
So
for the first two, yes, everybody got 8 and -7.
perfect. So they know what is VI, VF in both the first and the second problem. I'm going to do the third one now, okay?
Okay, that and the na le chizo ge chamala je ta tong ma de ra do was. That things ta ba le chizo ge Tommy gi ni tse kari imba ta tami ni tse kari imba ta ti sama ha ku yo was ta ha ku do was.
So let's do the first part of third problem. Distance I have to calculate. I'm using equations of motion. VIT plus half AT square, I can use this. What was the VI for first problem?
Ta ta de ka sa su ge ta ba imba na jang se ti ka da se gure se na Tommy gi ni se ti chizo la jir ani ti ne ka sa nyurno ti ani ka sa chizo ge rang jir la jir ti cheka tong do ba tong chong ge ro ta da de ka sa Tommy ge draw somebody ge chashi tangbo ti ge ka sa Tommy gi ni se ka sa re dus.
So VI was 4.
0
0? There is no 0. It went from 4 to 36. So 4 is the initial velocity.
4, yes. 0 tangbo de Tommy gi ni se de.
And time was 4 seconds.
Ka cha jina chimba ro
What was A? You just calculated A in the first problem. I can use that now.
Chesuge tanda nyunon te tampo sija imba ro I think asu tanda peche tana ri ro.
Then again, time is 4. What do you get here? What will be the answer now?
Tande kasu thotong ka chare ja.
16 십시 주룩체 예지 주룩체 주룩 다 주룩
64.
18
Are you getting this?
Rasa de jechira sa.
So, Dimple, in your slide, like, there is a formula slides. So the formula is wrong, it seems. So they are using the wrong formula for that. VIT, the T is missing in that. So they are using only VI.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have to use the T as well, right? Because it's VT plus half. Did I write the wrong formula?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. That yes, I wrote the wrong formula. Shoot, yeah. So the formula to use is this. Sorry, my slide is wrong. I think I was doing the superscript, subscript, and T just erased. So can you tell them, Pasang?
Yeah.
It should be T.
Ta tanda de kasu chesuge kashi chike de nyamsi de gelagi tadi chiju ge tina la ya deba de gan la ya ro. Nyesho de gan la ya inertia sta peche tango ya de ka la na VI ro ta thome ge university chula jurgo yo res VIT la jur tanda ge chesula tesha ji tina peche T te cheo sare do ga ne T ge jurgo yo res te ane parojile kadda sumina subsha gonda tanda de nyamsi peche tango ya de tanda de gan la ya
So I can actually show them what I had done wrong. So this guy should be T here. They can see my slides now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, BIT.
Thanks.
Thanks.
No do de la ya ko VI je la ya T la yores. Ta chso go jur go yores.
So I think now they will get the second part also right. I don't know, few groups like I think they just wrote the T here and they got the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so should we move on or do they need time to calculate the second one or?
Yeah, you can briefly show the second part and then we can move on to
Okay, sure.
the topic, Newton's laws, because we have only like about 30 minutes.
Yeah, so now D equals to, for the second part, what was the initial velocity? 36. Time was 3 seconds. Acceleration was -7 multiplied by T square. If you do the math here, you will get 76.5.
Tại tận đây cái chashi nipa de sija ba imba na de kapsa nga so thumi ge nyut sete sin so ti ge wa ani de ge che la ya karsha de sum go wa ani de kapsa nyun de dogma den ro wa oti na je nga so ge ta tarang ja sija sha ba imba na ani kari chagre se na nga so la ra ya de zi da da ja sha ba na thama ge jangse chi go wa jangse de ka so re se na dun chu ton ti cha nga ra gres.
Okay, so if they're fine, I want to start new talk. I will upload that. Okay. Am I sharing the slides still? No, right?
No, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to open up. Okay, so now there are many more problems I have in the Google Classroom in the slides just I was showing. They can try those problems as well to, like, in the morning during activities time.
Hota tanda chenda nga tsuge Google Class na la ya tanda slide ja shai ro ti na na ya chwa chenda ma bu yes ni chu ya chi shokpa ge zinda ta tina do kaps tsu jam na degrees.
Unmute. Dimple, 1 minute.
Yeah.
We have some issue with the projector.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine now. Thank you.
It's fine. Thank you. Okay, so now what we are going to do is studies the laws of motion. I'm just going to teach you first law of motion, and Alfredo from tomorrow will continue with the forces, like the second and the third laws of motion.
Ta tanda nga tsuge ti ngutru chi ins neutron ga tantrum ko ngutru chi is ta tira nga su neutron ga tantrum tambo ti de shi ja ins and again after the ge sanye ne ani tantrum shenda su de shi jang gres.
So as the name says, it was developed by Sir Isaac Newton, and let's see. So I'm going to describe, like, just define some of the terms that we will use to describe these laws of motion.
Ta tanda de ko neutron ga tantrum ti ro ko min ta na shin ko ana Isaac Newton ko tambe na ju tin re sta ti de shi ja ka sa tambo ti la nga su de na la yo pe pe che ta ye ge ani da che kha chung to che ins.
So the first one is force. What do you understand by force? Like, force is you're applying some force. It can be push, it can be pull.
Da nga su shu se be ka su kana do chi lo ko nan go re se na ke ti chorong chi ga la ya shu chi tam ba re se stam ba la ya that you go land yana bijak tang pa tang yana cha tembe ge ngu chi la ko yo res.
So force is just applying any kind of like, push or pull, and its units is Newton.
Te ko shu system bala yana yana bijak tang ba yana cha tembe ge shawa chi wa chi la ko e tang ti ge zi shi ti Newton res.
And if you see, force is also, I'm going to stop sharing for now. Force is given by mass into acceleration, which is the second law. But you should know this formula. Based on this formula, can you give me the units for force? There is one unit is Newton. What will be the other unit based on this formula?
Ta nga su shu system bala ya shu ti zi ja ya ka se ta Newton continue ka se shu ti de ce ti nyunong ge jura tong song go yo se go res. Ta dan da nga su ti ga ngo la ya shu ke zi shi shi nga su ge Newton yin si de shi ja sha yes. Ta dan da shen da ji dan da nyam zi ji do ko me nga su do me nga di shi sha ba yin na ani shu ke zi shi shen da de ka rin sa res.
What is the units of mass?
De ce zi shi ga res.
kg. What's the unit for acceleration?
Nyunong zi shi ga res.
Meter per second square.
Yes, so the unit is here Newton. So 1 Newton is also equals to this.
Da tana jare sta Newton chi shu Newton chi system bala ya ani shenda kar sabure kilogram chi te meter ge jur te kerche ga rang je tong ge gyo pa ta tena do ge zi shi tong chong yo res.
Okay, so let's go back now to our slides. So now I will give you different types of force that we, usually denote in when we deal with laws of motion, which is first one is weight. What weight? Yeah.
Da da nga su ge shu ke pe chang ka shi chi de shi ja ge yin chi zu zi ja bi kap se ani shi de ge ru man do chi yong go res man do ma bu yong go re ti na ne mo te chi yin sta tang po de nga su mo te che te ji ce yin.
So what is weight? You weigh yourself. So it is just the force of gravity. So every particle we see, the earth is exerting a force called the force of gravity. And this is, that's why I have written, which is the pull of earth on an object. Just make sure this weight is different than the mass. Mass is amount of matter it contains. This is weight, and it's given by mass into g, which is acceleration due to gravity, because the earth exerts force on every object.
Da da de kap se an su ge ji ce se de ka re se ne ji ce se de ani tenshu la ku yo res wa su ko la ge tenshu ki ma teng yo wa da tin sta ba la ya su ko la ge ku gan la yo pe ge ta chi ku gan da do yo pe ge yo cha ma su ko la ge sho la ma teng yo re de la ya nga su ge ji ce se ge ji ce se de su ko la ge tenshu de che ro wa da de kap se che su ka ri ngi ku re se na jitse sayate ta detse sayate khakha imba ngi gu yo res detse se kapsa ngibo chikana na yo pege ta pamje ge chi tambor chi ro borse chi ro atela gu yo res ta de kapsa nga chu ge ta tenshu te la te ba imba na tenshu ta de kapsa tenshu sayate f ge chaya de ro tenshu te kar la na detse te ani skola ge tenshu la tembe ge nyonong ge jurba ate ton song go res skole ge shoks ma thengi yo res.
So the direction of this force of gravity is always downwards towards the center of Earth. And that's why I have minus sign, negative sign here. It's acting downward.
Da shu de ka sho te ka tu in bai na yang skuli ti wi sho se ma teng ge zang ne dan de ge ko men ga se ge nyam sing de ge na la ya ne mo ta ta yang na do ma ge ta de chi is.
And because it's called weight, sometimes we also denote this as W equals to minus mg.
Den de la ya nga su ge ji se ge yo zang chan sa ma ya ji se weight se ge in chi ge chi de ge chi dang po w ti pe che dang ge se chi pa le do ma ane du se de school tembe tan shu ge nyu no la ju pe tang chong go yo res.
So now we know that this weight or force of gravity is acting downwards. Now there should be something equal and opposite that is in this direction, and that is called the reactive force. It's equal and opposite to m minus mg.
Tanga so de kaps the jitse de tang school like tension let them then you get the school attention center go jitse de la ya ta kha de no ge shuchi bu yo res de la ya to challenge issue sigres challenge issue sigre challenge issue de ne jitse tang yang na school like tension tang chung a ka shi la kha sho do da yo res.
So one force is acting down, the other force equal and opposite in opposite direction. That's all it means. And now comes friction. What is friction? It's basically friction is produced. Let's say we have a car on the road. When the molecules of the car tires interacts with the molecules of the road, then what happens? Friction is produced, and because of that, the car moves. If the friction is less, what will happen? It will just keep spinning, but it won't move. So it opposes or prevents motion. These forces are result of the interaction between the surface of two objects, like the car tire and the road.
That take a moon de la yang at so get COVID and shoot seguro, the ten shoot it on challenge issues at this 2 years of panas, 2 March of the Tanda Tata COVID, Chichon Swatan, and a co as a casho do de race. That nibody calana, the shoe race, the shoe said the calana, you go need traffic ups and the pencil like chica, the shooting or a thing or rest. That Pishana ding also. Yeah, Mutado follow the Lamka on the Dustruve caps in Bana Kuparolaya, the shooting worries. That there should deal at any day, Muta de Condanola Duage or the Lord Duag and Abation theories. That take ups in Bana, Chingaso Casoreta. There should take a Karichigresena, Yamanaku. Gucho attackers, Gucho Tang, Guchola Jenga Shepatayana, Gucho in Gokochigres, Tangaso take the shooting. That take the shoe say should the inchimichi so at the under the capse banako, new bunny touching new pension, the tuchiba, new pension travel at any chungus.
So then the other term I want you to know is resultant force or net force, or also called total force. So from the definition only you can know total force means sum of all the forces that is acting on an object.
That Shenda Chikari Chetsugi new Bugaresana, Delaya, Sanglak Shula, do what Sanglak Shu, that Hamagi Yana Delaya, Shenda te Kugita, Tsuke, don't let up by Sanglak Shu said the Kariku saying you which Ganla Poppy, Nichundong wish you teleku.
So we also have to always take into account the direction in which these forces are acting, because whenever we do calculations, we need to take the direction, negative sign or positive sign. That's really important.
Tanda de caps, Sanglak Shu said, these becomes Simbana, new Chika Ganla, Shuka Pogadesha, and the new Gunimese, and he shoot it up Poppy, Kashokaresha said, I saw a young never to some tango is the job.
So is force a vector quantity? Well, I already gave the answer. Is force a vector quantity or a scalar quantity?
Duati at the shoot said, what shoot said, and a carrendus, some chomber new in the chomega new redos. Kashoto Dembare, Kashoto Madembares.
So usually force is mass into acceleration. Is acceleration a vector quantity?
Rodanga to shoe said,
Yes.
you know, Jugu, study capsi banner, you know, take Kasho them being Iburues. Yes.
Yes, if acceleration is vector, so this force is also a vector quantity. In physics, you know how we denote vector? It's a vector quantity. We will just put small arrow on the top saying it has direction as well.
You know, teach to get Tandaga Chumbung Buddhist, what in Stambalaya, you know, the Chumbung in Bana, shoot the Chumbung which is 더 남진 반에 총부릉 유보대 청액 제도 민컴 생각 나라야 아니 거기 강라야로 잡당되게 강라야 아니 다토 총총 찍지던 선벌지기요레스.
But just when we do numericals, we don't put it, but you can put it. It's a vector quantity. So.
다가 수치 잡이 값을 관계 다토데 마치나리코레스.
Now, let's say I have two forces, F1 and F2, and they're equal and opposite on this number line, as you can see.
단다데라야 고게 티 지도와 정가게 티지 지도와 정가게 티디가 템바나싱게 데가라 아니 슈그니 요레스 슈 F 지다 F 니스다 F1 다 F2 요레스 다데 값이면은 아니 고게다 가서다 장락게 슈다 슈 전전데 가서임바다긴스.
So F1 and F2 are equal and opposite. That means their value will be same, but the direction is different. So F1 is in this direction, F2 is in this direction. So can I write like this? Oh, thanks, Tava.
And the 값이 바나 그 F1 때 예쇼 살라지 F2 때 연쇼 살아요로 거기 단다데 값을 슈니샤 가르스그레다 슈체 총화강식이라 가쇼도 되요스로 딘스담발라야 나랑기 두스티나 디그로스 F1 때 아니 F2 근데로라야 도마게 다시 지지 보통 총구요레스 지나 디그로스.
I can write it like that. F1 and F2 have the same value, different directions. So one is negative. You can even take this one to be negative. It's up to you. But F1, I have denoted it here. So usually we take this as the positive side on the number line.
because F1 때 아니 F2 동마다 동마 F2 당 아니 모터 F2 당 총구요레스 지사요스 실게 임바네 저런 F1 때 동마 지난 디그레스와 임바네 단단가 속에 다 정가게 티티군에 따바임바나 나서 적던 게 예쇼 사데 보통다 연쇼 사데 모통 쓰기와 디스탄발에 단데 디스트리엔스.
Now, what will be the resultant force or net force or total force in this? Sum of both the forces. Let's do it. What will you get?
단다 데 값을 그 상락 슈 가서인 사리스. 다 슈그 전담대 가서인 사리스. 0.
Yes, it's 0. Adding F1 plus F2. F1 is minus F2. 0 newtons. Resultant force is 0.
단다 데 값은 가서게 그 상락 시 전동 시대 가서레스는 F1 간탈라 F2 담 고고요로. 다데 값을 F1 때 도마 F2 당 총고요로. 디스탄발라야 네 F1 살라 도마 F2 찌니 대강라 양시 F2 dom바인바이나 코니 dom바이나 매퍼차그와 아니 그거 상락 시대 가서레스나 뉴턴 레코레스.
So now, what will be the, on an object, there are two forces. One is 3 Newton and one is 4 Newton. What will be the resultant force?
단단 유보대 강라야 슈엔이 포예스 지기 지정라 뉴턴 순제 지기 지정라 뉴턴 시요레스 that 담발라야 되게 아니 그게 장락 슈라나 슈기 전달라나 양나 진지기 슈디 가서레스 아
Din.
7.
Yes, it will be 7 Newtons. What will be the direction of the force?
드레샤스 그도 세트 드레스 따딘 바이나 드인 바칸시라네 디가 카쇼 거레샤스 Yes, Kasho is same in the direction of the both of the forces. Right?
Yes, because both forces are acting in the same direction, so the total force will also be in the same direction.
단단한 데 값을 슈니차 Kasho 찔라야 보고요. 아틴스 담발라야 다마기 거기 진득이 쉽게 Kasho 대한 집착이 됐어.
So now I have an object which has two forces acting on it, and 3 Newton on left side and 3 Newton on the right side. What is the resultant force?
that under the layer tragedy is wrong. You wish you can like shoot you power is right. Shoot the and shot a port, shoot and that day, and it's soon with the new country. You shot a port, you and shot a forest. That dig is ginger issue. Could top down the castle is. Yeah, 0.
Yes, it's red. 0 newtons. What will be the direction?
Hashoka resa.
Force is 0. Is there any direction? There is no direction. Where?
Hasho Ruata shoe like in system, but like in backup sick like Hasho Yorwes. Horace. No.
Yes, there is no direction because force value is 0, right? How about this case? What is the resultant force and what is the direction?
That under the capsule, Nathan de la Tabaina could get Chondumgi on the Jindig shooting Casoreshas, take a Kashoka redos. Yeah, they're showing 2, they're showing the yellow card.
Okay, yellow card.
Yellow.
Everyone showing yellow? Yes, the answer
Yes,
is
yes.
2 newtons. What is the direction?
Right.
Right side.
The direction is always on the side where the force is greater.
The Kasho de Katim by Nachitsukari in Yuguresena, Shuni or what a Shuni or Pana Shuni Chibi Shutela, Kasho Katim by Chagores, that Shuki Tumdich or what Hamigi Tadungi Shuti Kashote, Shuchi Shulayungores.
How about this case? What is the resultant force and what is the direction?
And they come seen by na any Kogi Tom did the Gasoris, the Tamagi, a Shuk Chandum de Gasore, Kashokor in those.
She 4.
4 newtons, which direction?
Right.
Yes.
South side.
How are you taking right side to be the south direction? So it's right side. So this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. So it's in the east direction.
That under the Kasish Kir Hoshore like the shows that Nanjin Barang as a time by now, a dish or short, a yenti, any tirwa, Namshorwa, Dante, Janchi, any or the any dichagua, so chagioris, and it's done by a yeshos and a shosho chagioris.
Okay, let's go back. Let's see if I have more questions or, okay. So now we have seen many examples and you know how to calculate the resultant or the net force. There is one condition: when the net force is 0, then the forces are in equilibrium.
Tanda de Kapsi Chesuke and Chichondom Gashiti Canado Tegame Karsugre, Tanda Tanka Jab Chichi Zijabaris, Tandanga Su de Kapsi Chashinji Tango Resra, Chashin de Kapsu Karsugres and a Getty, sound like a sugar, what the Chondong Shiti, sound like a city, Lagrina. And then you would take Gala Poppy shoots Hamani, Chanyam begin Nivola your this.
So now I have written here, what does this mean? This symbol is called summation. That is sum of all the forces. And it's denoted by this.
That under dig F in the Lola, Sundro which Kachilo Trishas or Digi Karisongoris and summations goris, domsigoris, that dom say Dig Karisogoris and a shoot that Kuga F in the Lola to say, or Dig Karisogoris and a shoot somewhat yam the domchoxigoris.
Okay, so let's go back. So now let's say our Oscar is back. Oscar is standing on the chair. Now the chair has its own weight and the weight always acts downwards. So WC is acting downwards. And Oscar's weight is W, which is also acting downward. And now we need something because he's not falling. So there must be some other force that acting upwards, the reactive force. And here in the Paul Hewitt book, they just use support forces. So there is a support force that help Oscar and the chair, it supports the weight and they don't fall.
That under the Capsing as a piece de la tapa in Bana, under the Caps Oscar Koran, Capchachigan la Deoris, Cochachigan la Debi Capsa, that under the Capsing as to Shukanzala Shaba in Bana, shoot the Tambote, Kuchoki shoot the Oro, Kuchoki, Jitse the Oro, the Yanko Marshal de Oro, Skulishola. In Shanda de Cariores and a Tiganaya, Oscar Deos, Oscar Jitse the Yama Camacho Deoris. That under the capsule could meet the Oscar Kupchakala de pickups, Kachotel and Guchotango Marwas, Guchotango may pick up see Bena, that Delaya ko ya Kayashonic switching and Guyoes, and Delaya, and it under the Nicabilaya, support force and a 10 shoes agrees, co 10 seg shoes agrees, that 10 seg shooting and co Kayash of the Ures.
Now let's do the first law of motion. So an object at rest, if an object is at rest, it will stay at rest, or if it is moving, it will keep moving unless and until a non-zero net force is applied.
That neutron attention tampote colongo to chickens, that neutron attention tampotic carsogresena, Nubo chigruatan, Gucho chick mapping Nubo chick by na, tang Takarasugre, Nubo chick ganlaya, and it's choloni, that lecker mine by shitting matek part, and getting Nubo and tamponing Gucho tango mapine by na, Metutan Gucho mata degrees. Kitty tamponing Gucho tango do payopina, young Metutan Gucho tang degrees.
So now just see the words I'm using here, non-zero force. So non-zero means it has some value. So the force is not balanced. It is unbalanced force.
That under the cups at Sidi Tago race, a lecker membi sanshi sigorwa, right, 2 million bishu, right, till I ashes in Nigu race, that Chondam ship the lecker mimba.
So what are balanced and unbalanced force? Let's say we have one team here, the other team here, and they are applying equal force on each side. What will happen? Who will win?
That under Tambo Tangasu cups 2 Nyambi shoot on 2 million bishu said, Tingutrich, right, that under the lay Tampoteta by Bana, Rukan check it, a shot on your shoulder head, Chipachi tank the wash, you watch it on Chipachi tank the wash. The Sutter is. Nah.
Chikbar again, Chikbar.
What are they
You
saying?
buy a suit over it.
400 Newton.
Tomorrow again, so tomorrow.
Yeah, no team will win in the first case.
Yes, no team will win in the first case because the forces are balanced. You know how you go in your dripang shops and buy the vegetables? You wait, it balances, right? And then only you buy. So everything is balanced in first case. So there is no change in motion of the object. Rope will not move.
That another cups are Nathan Tambo de Caps in Bana, co Sushi Togo Mares, Kachila Pine, should you said 2 Yamuchas are one. That the 2 Yamuchas and at the only one certain when you were chamber in Jama Charge Tobacco, Jama de Chapica say, you 2 Yamuchabi or what? 2 Yamuchabi Caps, Gushetango Marwa, this Tambalet under the Caps, and you call Togo Mares, shoot 2 Yam Chapades.
Now, in the second case, left team is exerting 400 newtons and the right team is 300 newtons. What will happen? Where will the rope move?
Nathan Yiba de la Taba in Baina, you shook the Rukategi, shoot Newton's judge of Shas, you shook the Sunjaja Shas. Nathan de Capsicari Shasares.
Right. Yeah, should hold.
Yeah, the team on the left will win.
Yes, the team on the left will win, right? Because it has greater force. So all this will be like, dragging on that side.
This shoot the choir, shoot the choir, on a show like a show and show and show and go this.
So this is an example of unbalanced force because force on acting on the object are not equal and the net force is not zero here.
That another cups in Bana, and Netani, but you know, two million be shuke and it could be centuries, right? A co Lecaps shoe shot on shock a shuke, Chichon Manyabache, and it in Stambalaya, Kogeta, Tamagi Chondong shooting, and Leco member Chagarwa, Leco Mambarwa, but in Stambala, Delaya has 2 million be shooting.
Let's do an example of balanced force. What will be the net force in the top one and the bottom one as well?
That tampo tanya, that tampo telaya, tampo telaya, netan tampo kapsa, and you could sangshutika soreshas, the chondom gishitika soredos. Yeah, everybody showing red.
There, okay, for the first problem, like the top one,
Yes.
it will be 0 Newton. How about the second one?
Netanya te kapsa kangeredos. Yeah, they are showing blue.
Yes, none of the above. How much it should be? We just did the example.
There's
It
one
should be.
B.
There is one with B. 0 Newton.
One green.
Okay, how do you think the 300 Newton will be the net force?
Tanda de kapsa, Netanyu kapsa, and a co chondom gishit, Sanlak issues, Sanshute, and a Simjak and a slesson set, and then a Jankut and each door.
So it's 400 here, 300 here. Let's say this is the rope or something. Now, net force is sum of all the forces, right? So this will be 400 is here. So 400 minus 300 is 100. And it should be in this direction of the greater force. So team, this will win.
Shu Shijate Yunshola Temperature, Tangoris, Shendate, Sumjagi, Shota Tangoris, the Koran Domba in Baina, that Tango was Shijan Sunja Tango, Shijan Sunjatana Jaris, Jachagris, the Jaje, Kashokores, and a Kasho Yunshotalaris, and this Tambalaya, and a Yunshotano Rokatila Tokris.
Now, what will happen if one team has 3 people and one team has 4 people? Which one do you think will win?
The kid is Rukachila mi shije, Rukashendachila mi sumio by Nachitina Sulatopsares.
We don't know how much force they are applying. Probably they're applying or just standing, they're tired. I don't know. But which team do you think will win?
Shukaso Jaga Yometi Shingo Mares in Bana, Chichina Casino Kalika US Pares in Bana, Tanda Children something in Bana, Mishi Juati Tosare, Messenger de Tosares.
Mishi Chodi Topsares.
Tadi hagosa mar mi shije de shuchunju de na mi sumje de togura shukche na.
Yeah, it's depend. I got 2 answers. One said the team with 4 people will win, but another monk said it depend because if they are not strong enough.
Yes, that's true.
It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many people are there, and it does not even matter if strong. A skinny person can really have lots of strength and they can pull you over. If you want, you can give it a try and have a tug of war in your monastery and see 3 people, and then 4 people, 3 people, and then try it out and see.
The Tama me get me sugar so she that Toma Tundela Rally. Nistambalaya and Tanda Swan Asheris, Tangasu sugar so Toma Tonta, and it touches the Tabash Tanchi, Sotachinary is Miss some J and Miss some Tashichi Tanchi Kanadonita, Delaya Tashinary is.
So let's do. I want you to tell me, I have this situation A, B, C, and D. you need to tell me which force is a balanced force and which ones are unbalanced.
First, we will do the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay. That under the capsule, draw tampote tadarwa, draw tampote carindus, and two nyambig issue can get reduced, two nyambig issue deroa. Netan de la netan mando de droit, netan shidroit, AJ, BJ, CJ, D droit, or de nani two nyambig issue can get reduced. Eridue, Biridue, Siridue, Diridus. La. Tu nyamba.
Okay, so they're
Many of them are
saying,
showing A and C.
okay, yes, A and C are balanced because 3 on the upside, 3 here, cancel 0. 5 on this side, 5 on this side, it's 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. In this case, 3 and 3 here gets cancelled, but 5 Newton on this side, there is no force applied here, so it's 0. So this one is not balanced. It will be 5 Newton, right? In this situation C, 20 and 20, nothing here, so it cancels out. Here, 40 and 25, it will be net force in this case will be 15. So it's not balanced. So A and C are the right answers.
Ani two by the church to eight on series of the Haranjaris, Tangas Ella, Banatan Shola, Gent shopping, some data, Tilla shopping, some Shakura, Tunyam Chapache, a Chola shopping, Ngati, Shola shopping, Ngati, Chipachache, and Co Lepachagoris, Sanok shooting star, but Tunyam Bishuris, Bila in Bina, and if Tanta warn chatty, some distant Tunyam Bachache, and the Yunshok Tengarwa, in Stambala, Sanok shooting Nachagoris, Yunla Shola Stambala, Dick up to Manyam Baris. Street line by na ya nishi to manish that kutunyam chagores, street in by na ya shichu to manish tengarwa, the kuga sanlo shoot, chandung shoote, and chunga chagres, this tambalayan kutumanyam bares.
So similarly for the unbalanced forces, oops, sorry. For the unbalanced forces, we just did situation B and D, it doesn't add up to 0. So these are unbalanced forces.
Tanda ane two manyam be shiti congress and as Pita Dinigaris, Natsu Sijam Stambalaya, Tamik Sanlak shoote, Lekori Meduatis, Tambala kutumanyam bishures.
Everyone is clear with that?
This is which house on Esa.
Also, yes, yes.
Good. Perfect. I have few more slides to go, but the time is up. But this is basically showing, we talked about balanced forces. Balance means net force is 0. If the object is at rest, it will be at rest. If it is moving, it will be in at the same speed. It will keep moving and in the same direction. That's what balance means. If it is unbalanced, when the object is at rest, it will start moving because the forces are unbalanced. And if the object is in motion, it will be in motion, but either increase its speed or decrease its speed or change directions.
Tanda dero Kashil Hadesha, Simbana Zorudo, Tanda de Kapsanga to two Nyambishu, the two Nyambishu Kapsimbana, two Nyambig swim by Bina, two Nyambig swim by Bina, Kalichagres, two Nyambig Shuchi by Bina, and Eko Nubuti, Tambukron Gume, Bana, Metutun Gume de Grace, Roangushumaji de Grace, Kating Gushatango Pana, Metutun Gushutan de Grace. The Kating Nubuchi gonna popular shoot it two Manyabachi Bina. 아니 구체తం고 매파인데 구체통고 그래스 와 구체통고 요바인바이나 양나 진조가 누구래 양나 지단 누구래스.
Okay, so then this is for the balanced and this is for the unbalanced. I just explained you. This is just an example. I think you can go through the example. Everyone plays soccer or football, and this is just explaining first law of motion. You know what forces are acting on the ball when ball is initially just at ground and then someone kicks the ball, right? So what forces comes into play? Just go through it and let me know if you have any questions on it. Not now, but whenever you have time.
that and that dig all of you take concept polo on David Pitch Shires, concept polo la Jago, that they come in Banaco, polo de second sharp cups, sugar you met on Donja, ship cups, sugar you met in the rest, to Jela, Lulu Jaya, Jela, Troyana, Tamana race.
Okay, so I think that's all we have. It's just explaining the example.
That's all. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for being so patient with me. And you guys did awesome job after the tea break, solving all the problems. So that's great. And good luck with your rest of the physics session. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Tamala Tujichi, and this Oja Basanga Jela, near Sijajo Kanzape, Abuja songs. And that method, income sentence and the method your what it all any Yapuyama Malam, yes, Tamala Tujichis.
Okay, Tujay Shea, thank you.